Charlie, how's work?
Oh? Helen, aren't you at work today? Are you off?
I got my shift swapped for Jasmine's parent-teacher conference today, remember? I told you this morning. I just got finished at her school.
Wow, I wish I could take time off work too.
I went to the conference and I'm doing the chores too.
Yeah, but it's not work. I wish I had a day off too.
Oh, come on. You need to work hard for us.
Ugh, I've been at this dull client meeting since this morning. It's awful. The pay is so terrible. It's barely even legal for this kind of job.
It's pretty tough out there now, right? I guess we should just be thankful you could find something in this job market.
Well, my last workplace was awful too. I bet they're really struggling without me there.
Maybe. But it really came as a shock to us when you got laid off.
Neither my current nor previous workplace really know my worth. My talents are honestly wasted at these places.
Is there something else you want to do, Charlie?
There is nothing that really grabs me right now. I just think that there must be somewhere that values me more.
Right. So, you're still considering your career options, a bit like our daughter.
Aisha and Maddie? Which of them is wondering about that already?
Why would our 9- and 6-year-old be struggling with their career choices? Our eldest.
Oh, you're talking about Jasmine.
Don't owe me. Don't you think Jasmine is acting strange lately?
You think so?
Yeah. She seems less cheerful at home, like she's worrying about something. Her teacher said at the conference today that she hasn't handed in her career options survey with her choice of colleges. He said we should discuss it together at home.
She's still 16. She doesn't need to worry about a career yet. You worry too much.
She'll be a senior soon, and that's not so far off. Can you speak to her about it too, Charlie?
That's your job, isn't it?
I'll speak to her as well, of course. I just want her to have your input too. I think it'll benefit Jasmine more if she hears lots of people's views, not just mine.
Ugh, no. What a bother.
Don't say it like that. Hey, aren't you a little cold to Jasmine? Don't you like her? Is it because she's your stepdaughter?
This again? We've been talking about this for 10 years since we got married. I keep telling you that I don't mind if you were divorced or that you have another kid.
Then why do you only show interest in Aisha and Maddie, but always leave Jasmine to me?
So I don't bother her. I'm just not that interested in her.
What? Are you for real? This is the first time I've heard this.
It's because you kept asking me. I didn't want to say it either. I love Aisha and Maddie because they're my own children. But Jasmine is my stepdaughter, after all. She's not very lovable, and she doesn't love me in return.
Maybe Jasmine is avoiding you because she can sense that in your attitude? Before we got married, you said you treat Jasmine the same as your own daughter.
I had the luxury to say that back then. Sorry, but I've been really busy with my new job, so I can't be worrying about others right now.
Others? Don't phrase it like that!
She is another person because she's not me. You should be thanking me for earning money to support Jasmine as well.
I'm grateful that you're putting food on the table for us. But I'm working hard at the diner, even if it's part-time, so I'm trying to take the pressure off you even a little bit.
Don't compare my job to your diner job. Anyway, you're the one who needs to take care of Jasmine, not me.
Jasmine needs a father figure too. You're so horrible. We're family.
It's fine. You were raised by a single mother and you turned out just fine. I love that part about you, Helen. You've got everything together.
That's not the topic here.
Fine, fine. I've got something to do after work, so I'll be back late.
What is it?
Just socializing. You can have dinner without me.
Mom! I can't believe Charlie. What? Have you got something bad to say about your husband? He considers Jasmine an other. He says he doesn't consider her his own daughter. But this isn't exactly news. Huh? I've always thought Jasmine and Charlie have been distant. I knew that. But I thought Charlie was making an effort to treat Jasmine like his own daughter. Now he's suddenly saying he doesn't want to be a father figure to her. Honestly, you were thinking of Charlie as some kind of saint. But isn't that asking a lot of a new partner? It's been years since you married him, so nothing's going to change. But he said that he'd take care of Jasmine like his own daughter before we got married. Of course he'd say that if he loved you. I get that you wanted to believe those words too. Aisha and Maddie are kind of similar to their father. They're free spirits. Maybe that's making Jasmine feel even more distant from the family. Her real father wasn't the most affectionate of people before our divorce. I probably got a little carried away because Charlie was very passionate and loving when I first met him through work. He did go to your house every day to go pick you up and to go to work together. I understand how you got swept away by all that. But maybe I should have thought about Jasmine more and taken it slowly. I'm a bad mother. That's not true. It's no small feat to work, do all the housework, and raise 3 daughters. And it's thanks to your marriage with Charlie that you have Aisha and Maddie. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm happy, as long as my 3 daughters are happy. I feel the same. As long as you're happy, Helen, so am I. So just be positive and take each problem one at a time to try solve it. You're making me blush. But thank you. I feel a lot better. It's just that Jasmine seems kind of down these days, so it's making me worry and become more negative. She is at an age where there's a lot to worry about. She's always been reserved, but her expression seems a little sad these days. I think it's been ever since we went to visit you at Christmas. She still hasn't handed in her career option survey yet. I'm worried because she never tells me anything. Then why don't you talk to her? What should I say to her? Just honestly tell her that you worry about her. Aren't you being a little too reserved with your own daughter too? Do you think so? I didn't really notice. You're trying to give her space because you think your second marriage is stressing her out, but ended up being too distant. You'll never understand Jasmine's feelings like that. Okay. I'll have a proper talk with her. And I'll see what I can do about her relationship with Charlie. Yeah, you should go ahead and do that. Oh, I forgot. Thank you for the kids' Amazon gift cards at Christmas. Oops, you found out. I was careful to be sneaky because you told me not to spoil them with too many presents. Aisha seems the happiest about it, so she cheerfully told me about it. 9 is about the age they start developing their own tastes in clothes. Maddie says she's saving hers for when she wants something big. I didn't ask Jasmine, but I think she might be the type to save hers too. Tell her that she can use it for whatever she likes. Got it. I'll let you know how it goes with Jasmine. Okay. Give my love to everyone. Mom, I spoke to Jasmine. How was it? She started crying uncontrollably. She's locked herself in her room. Huh? Crying? What happened? She says that her grandma hates her. I do? Why? Mom, why did Jasmine's gift card only have 1 cent on it? 1 cent? What are you talking about? You gave Aisha $40 and Maddie $25 in their gift cards, right? But Jasmine only got 1 cent. Is this a mistake? That can't be right. I distinctly remember the amounts I put into each card. That includes Jasmine's too. I put in $80 for sure. Then I gave it to Charlie to hand to Jasmine. Huh? You gave it to Charlie? Because you told me not to spoil the kids. I didn't want you to be upset with me. I thought Charlie could hand each gift card to all 3 of them. Was that a mistake? I just thought you handed out the cards directly to them. Jasmine says that she already feels out of place at home, so she won't have anyone to turn to if you hate her too. That's why she was thinking of skipping college and going straight to work. I heard that and started tearing up too. I don't want to say this, but... What is it? Charlie didn't use it all for himself, did he? Well... Honestly, it did cross my mind just now. I don't want it to be true. But Charlie has changed jobs and gotten a lower salary, so he does have less spending money now. Well, it must have been tough for him, what with being laid off. But if he really did it, that's awful. I can't believe this. Did he really think he wouldn't be caught if he used the card and left 1 cent on it? Whatever his reasons, to do this only to Jasmine. Is Charlie at home now? It's his day off today, but he said he was going out to meet with friends. I don't know what he's doing these days, because he's coming home late all the time. He shouldn't have enough money to go out all the time. When he gets home, you'd better talk to him. Sorry for talking through all this with you. Hey, I'm always here to talk with you, Helen. I'm your mother. Thank you. If anything happens, you can always come home to me. Got it. People show their true colors when they're broke. Men, and especially the prideful ones, will betray others without mercy for money. Or they'll take out loans just to keep up appearances. You need to make a decision on what to do next based on what's best for you and your daughters. You can't allow yourself to be influenced by your attachment to him. Yeah, I'll think about this carefully. And let Jasmine know too. That I'm always on her side, and I'll always be there for her. Yeah, I'll make sure to let her know. Charlie, aren't you coming home yet?
What? Let me do what I want on my day off at least.
Where are you now?
Our 3rd bar. Oh, no wait. Our 4th bar?
Charlie, you're drunk, aren't you? You don't have the spare spending money to drink so much, right?
It's fine. I had some extra income lately.
Is that from Jasmine's $80 Amazon gift card?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You used all the money that was on it, didn't you? The Christmas gift card that Mom gave to Jasmine.
No, I didn't spend it. I sold it to someone and replaced it with a new one. A new one with 1 cent on it.
What's wrong with you? Jasmine was crying. You treat her so coldly at home, too. She misunderstood, thinking her grandma hated her, too.
I think it's a reasonable amount for me to take. How much do you think we're spending on Jasmine now?
How is it any different from the living costs we pay for Aisha and Maddie? Why do you have to single Jasmine out and be so mean to her?
Because she's not my kid.
You knew that she'd be joining the family when you married me. You can't just take that back now.
I was patient until recently. My old job paid me decently enough that we could manage an extra kid. But the situation changed.
I'm doing more shifts at the diner, right?
That's exactly the sort of thing I'm fed up of.
What? What exact sort of thing?
Look. Why do you have to brag about how you increased your hours at some crummy diner job?
I don't get what you mean. That's family, right? We support each other.
No one asked you to support me.
Fine, I get it. Just come home. Let's talk about this properly.
I've got nothing to talk about.
But I do. First, apologize to Jasmine.
Why do I have to apologize? If anything, she should be apologizing to me for making me support her, even though she's not my daughter. Ha!
Just come home. You've got work tomorrow, right?
I quit that job.
You quit? Why? You finally managed to get this job.
It's fine. I've got my eyes on something else now.
Something else? This is the first I've heard of it.
I have a high school friend who I reconnected with over social media. He told me how he can get seriously rich. It pays to have good friends.
Are you sure that's safe?
What? Are you doubting my friend?
Well, not exactly, but why would a friend who's been so distant from you suddenly have such a great opportunity for you?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? He recognized my hidden potential. He sees how much value I would bring if I worked with him.
Have you been back home late these days because you've been seeing this friend? It sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
It's not as if the money suddenly comes from nowhere. There's a risk involved for me too.
What risk?
No risk, no glory. I got a bit of a loan.
A loan? How much?
$15,000.
What? Whoa, wait a minute. What are you thinking?
It's not that much money. According to my friend, we should double that by 3 months. He introduced me to some really good business partners.
That sounds so shady.
You always worry too much, Helen. Lol.
Of course I'm worried. We have 3 daughters to support, you know? We have to think about college for them, and we still have so many years that we have to take care of them.
Yeah, so I've been thinking. But 3 is too many. We should just get your mom to look after Jasmine.
What?
We should live with the 4 of us. You, me, Aisha, and Maddie. Just the real family members.
So you're never going to treat Jasmine as one of your own family?
Nope, not a chance. I don't intend on spending a single dime I earn on Jasmine anymore.
Okay. I'll speak to Mom.
I'll leave it to you. When are you going to make Jasmine move out?
It's almost winter break, so maybe around then.
Roger that. Although I'd be fine with tomorrow.
Really? Wouldn't tomorrow be a problem for you, Charlie?
Huh? Not a problem for me at all.
Is that right? Then I'll hurry it up as much as I can. I'll move out with Jasmine and the girls.
What? Move out? All of you?
So me, Jasmine, Aisha, and Maddie will go live with Mom. So you'll have to work and do the housework all on your own.
What the hell? I'm letting you eat from my earnings, aren't I? If you quit your job, you can spend more time with your daughters. What are you so unsatisfied with?
I'm unsatisfied by the way you act so superior to us. What do you mean you're letting us eat?
Of course I am. I'm being a good husband by providing for my wife and kids, aren't I?
Maybe you could say things like that if you were the sole breadwinner.
So I'm telling you that I will be soon.
I wonder. You say that your friend sees the value in working with you. But what kind of value do you have? I don't see the value in someone who steals from his stepdaughter when he's broke, then cuts her loose.
Like I said, Jasmine isn't my real daughter.
So that means you can do anything to her? I knew that there'd be difficulties in our marriage because I had Jasmine with me. But I believed your words that you'd treat her like your own daughter. That's why I married you, Charlie.
I did want to treat her like my own daughter at first, but I just couldn't bring myself to. That's just life for you.
I know you've been through a lot lately with the layoff and everything. You said some pretty questionable things lately, but I put up with it because I thought you must be stressed out. I thought I should support you when you're struggling. But you're awful.
If you get it, then there's no problem. I'm struggling too, so you need to support me. But you're going to choose Jasmine over me?
Of course. It doesn't matter how much you're struggling. There's a limit to what you should and shouldn't do. How could you just quit your job and take out a loan without discussing it with me? Do you feel any sense of responsibility at all?
I did all this for you and our kids.
When you say kids, you're excluding Jasmine, aren't you? I can't do this anymore. I can't live with you if you're going to think this way, Charlie. I need to divorce you.
What are you talking about? What about Aisha and Maddie?
I told you, I'm taking them all. Jasmine, Aisha, and Maddie. All three are my beloved daughters.
Oh, come on! How can you support them all on your own, Helen?
It doesn't matter how poor we get. It's better than staying with you and your poor attitude.
This isn't right. I treat all of you good except for Jasmine, right?
Looking at the situation, it doesn't really seem like you do care for any of us. You quit your job, then gambled on making money with a huge loan. It's not as if I wanted to be stonking rich. I just wanted to be a happy family by working to support each other. I was a fool for being tricked by your shallow words of affection. This has been a real wake-up call.
Why don't you understand? I'm telling you, I'll make you happy. There's no way you can make it on your own, Helen.
When there's a will, there's a way. I will take care of the kids, no matter what.
You'd better not come crawling back to me.
There's no point in crawling back to someone who has nothing.
This is where I'm going to start becoming rich. I was a late bloomer, but now luck is on my side. My talents are about to pay off.
That'd be great. I'll just be happy as long as I get child support from you.
If you live with me, life will be easy. Getting divorced will mean you'll have to work full-time and suffer. You won't get to enjoy being a normal housewife.
I realize that the biggest happiness in my life is to make sure that my children are well looked after. Thank you for everything.
Losing your temper with me over just one kid. You'll regret it for sure if you leave me.
I don't care what you say. I can't say I see any of your supposed talents after living with you all this time. Oh, sorry. You do have one. You have a real talent for believing in empty dreams. But I guess that's something that only people with no other talents are good at. In the end, the get-rich-quick scheme that Charlie went for was a scam, as I thought. I managed to get full custody of Jasmine, Aisha, and Maddie during the divorce. We're all living together with my mother as a family of 5. Charlie kept texting me, saying he was drunk that night and that he didn't mean what he said. I kept ignoring him, but eventually he started showing up in front of the kids' school. I immediately got a restraining order put on him. Finally, Charlie settled down. I've told Charlie that he won't get to see his daughters until they're 18 if he misses a single child support payment. Even Charlie didn't want that, so he got a new job at a factory. He's slowly paying off his debt while he gives us child support. Our family is all female now, with my ex-husband gone. My daughters are all helping out with the chores, and we're really enjoying life. Jasmine in particular is helpful, even helping with her little sister's homework. She's a great big sister to them both. Because of all the stress I put the kids through, I'll do whatever I can to make them happy from now on. They're more cheerful than ever now, so I want to keep it that way.